political discussion. This is the 26th time that American President Mr. Donald Trump he has reiterated that he actually mediated the ceasefire between India and Pakistan. This is something that he is saying, and without the without any listener to it in India. Means no one want to listen to it. That American president 26th time when he is saying, and no one in India and no one in politics in India, especially the ruling party, they are acknowledging the huge effort of Donald Trump in bringing the ceasefire between India and Pakistan. Because it is extremely clear that in Jammu and Kashmir matter, third party, third party is not tolerable in any way. In that manner, when Donald Trump, he know from the first day itself that India would not recognize it if there is a political damage to the Indian government who is ruling right now. It comes to a people's mind that Indian government is including third party into the mediation of the Jammu and Kashmir. Anyway, still Donald Trump is not stopping talking about the Jammu and Kashmir and the war between India and Pakistan the way he mediated. What is inference from this? Inference is that there are two things. One thing, you are ignoring someone. One thing is you are sidelining someone. You are forgetting someone. There is another thing. You don't like someone. Even you are not able to forget someone. He is in your mind. You need him and you don't like him. So there are two phases now. One phase is you ignore someone. You ignore someone, but you ignore someone and you sideline someone, you forget someone. One is you are not liking someone. You ignore someone, you sideline someone, you forget someone because you don't need it. People who don't need anything, they ignore it and they proceed in their life. One is that you are kind of not forgetting something. You do not like it, but you cannot ignore it. You need it. Okay, you do not like it the way it's going on, but you need it. One is ignorance and one is you do not like it, but you need it in some form. So this is what is going on between Donald Trump and Indian counterpart. Donald Trump need India as far as the business of America is concerned. Donald Trump needs services of India. Okay, but few things he does not need from India. And to show that his displeasure about the Indian trade policy, he is repeatedly pinching on India. Okay, he is praising Pakistan at many places. Pakistan military head and Pakistan ISI head, they were in America. Military head and ISI head, they were in America. And then Pakistani Prime Minister, he will be in America. Indian Prime Minister is not being invited again, even though very crucial trade deal discussion is going on. Okay, and then repeatedly he's talking about the ceasefire. Means he knows that Indian government, it goes as a very unpleasant sound to them. Repeatedly he's saying because he want Indian government to feel unpleasant. He trying to show that how it is unpleasant for America, where India is giving tons of money to Russia. $50 billion India is giving to Russia in buying the oil from the Russia. The companies in India, refinery, who are getting the Russian oil and they are refining the oil, they are not getting any guidance from the Indian government that they have to stop buying the Russian crude oil. This is what America wants. If Donald Trump was ignoring India, then he would have forgotten India completely. But day by day, he is talking about India means he does not want few things about India, but he needs India. Okay, how much India needs United States? United States needs India. United States companies, they need Indian company support. That's why American president day by day he is talking about by this reason, that reason, this reason, that reason. He is talking about India. Okay, but how much India needs United States, that we will talk. Anyway, Indian Prime Minister now in rallies and here and there, he is urging people to go for the vocal for local. Buy the local products only. Don't buy foreign products. Means this is completely showing that Indian Prime Minister also need America deliberate. Okay, deadly. When someone is not ignoring you, not forgetting you, keep mentioning you, but in different way, this proves that he needs you. There are something that is stopping him to praise you, but he needs you. That's why he is mentioning you. If Indian Prime Minister is mentioning that you go for vocal for local, go for local, go for local, go for local, means he trying to show his displeasure toward the America, 25% tariff plus penalty or something like that. If Indian Prime Minister is so like if he likes so much people buying the local product, then what was he doing going to 3 4 months back to the White House and talking about the 500 billion trade deal. Right now, it is 150 billion trade deal to increase it to 500 billion trade deal. Okay, America is never saying that India is stopping America as an open market. Who the companies who have made a deal with the India, the country who has made trade deal with the America, European Union, United Kingdom, Japan, South Korea, China, Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam, more or less all have made their country open market for the American company. Open market. Not only that, now there is a burden on these countries to invest in America. Not only that, there is burden on these countries to buy American products. Like European Union, they have to buy energy products from America, $750 billion in 1 year, and they have to invest $600 billion in 1 year. For South Korea, they have to invest $350 billion in America in 1 year. Japan, they have to invest $500 billion in 1 year in America. Indonesia, they have to purchase $15 billion worth energy product and $4.5 billion agriculture product. Donald Trump is never saying that India does not buy anything from the America. The way Indonesia is forcibly buy American products, India is not ready to buy. Though India is saying that we cannot buy. Why trade deal is not going on? Because Indian government was saying that there is a unilateral trade deal. Means they are forcing us to buy their agricultural product forcibly. This is not true. If this was true, Donald Trump never lied. That is what we always have been saying. Donald Trump never lied. If that was the truth, Donald Trump would have said, if Donald Trump mediated ceasefire between India and Pakistan, this is what he's saying. Though it is unpleasant, but he's not lying. Okay, he would have clearly mentioned that India has problem with the agricultural product, but he has never mentioned it. Means India does not have any problem with the America pushing anything on India, but India want tie with Russia. That is the problem of the India. We have demonstrated it many times why it is like so. 20 years back, American or Russian product, they were the highest quality. Okay, if America is forcing India to go with the American defense product, then it was not a problem because India was knowing that Russia is not going to support Pakistan, Burma, or China. So even though they buy product from America, no harm in that because these countries they are not going to get Russian arms, ammunition, then no problem. But the problem is coming as China. Chinese products are powerful than American products. And Burma, Pakistan, these countries are using Chinese products, and China is more or less neighbor of India only. In that fashion, India is surrounded by the second quality product in the world. Now to topple it, it has to get product from the Russia that is the topmost arm quality in the anti-missile system or missile system or the fighter jet or whatsoever. In that fashion, India cannot ignore Russia now. After the Operation Sindoor, it became very clear to the India and Indians that Russian arms and fighter jets and anti-missile system, everything is extremely important to the India. The way Pakistan is firing deadly missiles, 30 missiles in one go, many cities and towns near to Pakistan, they will be devastated in India. So India needs Russia. Donald Trump has to understand it. Otherwise, how things would go upon anyway. Now let's talk about India dependency on America. America is trying to rule India. America said it does not like Iran, so India has to get away from the Iran. And India did. Very high quality petroleum product of Iran through Chabahar port, India stopped buying it. Now, our high quality product at cheap prices is going to China, and the China is accelerating because it is getting everything for free only, more or less. So India cannot buy product from Iran. India cannot buy any product from China. India has to block Chinese online business e-commerce website. India has to block Chinese app. Now TikTok cannot be played in India. Miss America in a like a dictator manner. It is dictating India. You have to do this. You have to do that. No, it is dictating India to get away from the Russia only. Because it is not possible. Or Miss India has completely sidelined this American request or order to get away from the Russia. Because security is very big thing. If security is not there, then anyone will enter into India. So that is not possible at all. Anyway, if I talk about India, then India cannot buy anything from Afghanistan, nor because there is a miss. What is this? If Burma has army rule, then India has to get away from the army rule because it is not democracy. If India is following America, then India has only losses, nothing more than that. The India and Afghanistan distance is merely 500, 600 kilometers. But India cannot buy the very cheap, very high quality dry fruits from the Afghanistan. It has to come through Chabahar port or whatsoever. That is practically not possible. India cannot buy the cheap oil from Iran. That is far better than buying from Russia itself. But India cannot do. India cannot buy anything from China. Indian people cannot buy any, cannot access any e-commerce site from the China, not any Chinese app. But Chinese people can buy Indian products. Chinese people can access all the website of India. Chinese people can access whatsoever is the app from India. Same is Afghanistan. Afghanistan people are talking in Hindi nowadays. Means Afghanistan people can get anything from India, no problem. Iranian people can get anything from India, no problem. Burmese people can get anything from India, no problem. But Indian cannot get. Why? Because American do not want it. American government, they do not want it. Because how long this will go like this? India has to untether. There is something called tether. You tie something, untether with the America. If America is doing like this, that you have to follow the way I am saying, and it has come to neck now. That now you cannot follow Russia also. India is doing whatever. Now Indian Prime Minister, he has received highest civilian award from Palestine. But it cannot talk about Palestine. Cannot talk about Palestine also because of the American pressure. Okay, means this is called too much. And because of that only Indian nurse Nimisha Priya was in bad sense, bad situation in Yemen because of the relationship with America only. Thanks God that one Muslim cleric from Kerala, somehow he appeared like a god. And then he saved his news are floating nowadays that he has saved Nimisha Priya from the death sentence at all. Death sentence had been muted and it will never happen. This much the kind of Mr. Sri Muslia from Kerala, this much he has done. I don't know, he was sent by the messenger from the God. So these are the laws that India is making. Means going with America means India is losing all its neighbors around the India, all its neighbors. Now it's now matter of trade of what Indian government think now. Should it continue with the America in that fashion, or it should go the way Japan is going on? Okay, Japan has now decided to go with the China as far as trade is concerned, and security wise with the America whatsoever. So India should now go with like that only. Miss India should go with the America also. Okay, if that is not the possibility that America will allow go with the America also, you have to go with America only. If that is the stance that America is taking, then India has to think about it. Because India is losing heavily now, be getting away from all its neighbors. So it cannot go like this beyond it. I believe it is understandable. I believe Indian people and Prime Minister of India, he will understand it and they will take a tough decision, tough stand against the United States.